to Mary Scifres Ministries. Here at Mary Scifres Ministries, I am committed to helping you connect church and culture. It's been a passion of mine for all of my ministry. It's been a passion of mine since I first had my call to ministry when I was 15 years old, trying to find ways to connect the church inside the doors of the building with the world outside the doors of the building, with the community that calls itself Christian and the community that knows nothing about Christians. How we interconnect and relate between church and culture can make all the difference in helping to spread God's love through the grace of Christ Jesus. Now, when I help churches connect church and culture, I have to warn you, it involves something that most people hate: change. Yes, if we're going to connect church and culture, we are going to change. We're going to have to change, no matter how uncomfortable or frightening that word may seem. So, if you are helping to lead your church through some sort of change initiative, or to better connect between church and culture, I want to give you at least one helpful hint. It's the first of my 3 R's in implementing successful change, long-lasting change, change that has an impact that will stand the test of time. And that first R is relate. Relate to your people within the church, relate to the community outside of the church, and help your people relate to one another and to the world around them. As we relate to one another, as we relate to others, we build trust that helps people trust the change. As we relate with others, as we relate with one another, we discover new changes that God is calling us to implement, new visions and ideas we would never have had if we were all alone. Relate to your people, relate to your community, and you will discover that change can work. Change can help you connect your church to the community and culture around your church. Think through this. The great leaders of change in our world have always been great relators. Even profound change makers like Mahatma Gandhi or Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. successfully implemented change through relationships with their followers and relationships with their adversaries. In building those relationships, they changed major systems, governments, the world as we know it. The change you and I are embarking upon may not be that profound. It may not even seem that impactful. But believe me, in your community, the change that you are called to make is that impactful and that important, because it's the change God is calling you to make. Relate. Learn. Love. That's what Jesus did, and that's what we are called to do, to help others love God, love neighbor, and love self. Want to know more about implementing successful change? Visit me at maryscifres.com or contact me for consulting help today.